sir. Alright, we live, man. We live. We just double check and make sure we live, bro.
Yeah, we on deck. Straight from Trinidad.
Yes,
You know
sir.
the
Yes,
vibe.
sir.
Yeah.
Make sure we live, man. So, yo, without further ado, man, let me just make sure we good.
Yeah, talk to me.
Make sure we good, man. I apologize for not having my ish together right now, brother,
Nah,
man.
I apologize for not being on point. I don't know what the
You know what I'm
fuck going
saying? So, yo, without further ado, man, we got my mans. My
on. Yeah.
mans from the towns, Bangham Smurf. Bangham
Salute,
Smurf,
motherfucker.
man. 134 legend, man.
God, little
134
facts.
legend, man. Yo, Smurf,
Facts.
tell him you remember me since a young man, son.
Nah, that's a fact though, man. When I see that face, because remember when we was chopping it up, I really couldn't see the face, but when
Right,
we
right,
chopped it
right.
up, definitely know who you is, man.
Right,
Salute,
man.
man. God bless you, man. So
Likewise,
you know,
brother. Likewise,
I'm gonna
brother.
support what you're doing, especially once it's from the town. You were,
Absolutely.
especially originator. You watch this.
Yeah,
You
man.
seen the dreams unfold. You dig? Really,
Absolutely, man. Absolutely,
yeah.
man. So,
So
I want to introduce you properly, man. You know what I'm saying? Give the people, you know, a little history of
yeah,
what you about, where you came from, how you
yeah,
started. You know what I'm saying? I got a big following, so you know you're gonna get a whole new
yeah.
fan base out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
No
For those
doubt.
that
That's what
don't
it
know,
is.
this is Bangham Smurf, G Unit legend. You know what I'm saying? Affiliate,
Yeah,
man.
facts.
Maybach
Co-founder,
music. Yeah,
originator.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man. Bangham Smurf then put in a lot of work in the hip hop game, in the industry. A lot of people
the
know who he
streets,
is. You know
the
what I'm saying?
streets.
So definitely, man, I got some questions for you though. Got some
No
questions, man.
question, man.
All right, so now you and I spoke behind the scenes. We spoke about, you know,
Mhm.
being LB fam affiliates, man. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Salute to the whole South
Absolutely.
Side. Salute to the
Absolutely,
whole Lost
man.
Boy. Yeah.
So
You know, I was a Lost Boy since I was like 12, 13 and shit.
okay,
Run,
okay.
running around with Silky, you know what I mean? So we from the original era, like the baby boys of this shit, you know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right, man. So
yeah,
how did you I want to ask you something totally different, man. I
yeah,
watched a lot of your interviews and you always speak highly of Freaky Ty. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Freaky Ty was a big legend as far as when it comes to the Lost Boys, Mr. Cheeks. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
facts.
Spig Nice. These
Pretty
guys
Lou.
laid down the foundation for South Jamaica Queens when it came to hip hop.
Facts,
Um,
facts.
when you speak about Freaky Ty, and a lot of people don't know, you know, what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as with him passing,
Yeah,
I read that, you know, it was mistaken identity.
yeah.
From your knowledge, what actually, you know, took place during that time as far as with Freaky Ty?
See that situation. You know, I'm familiar with the whole situation. I was around. You know, that's a sensitive situation too. I ain't gonna get too deep on it because it was really a trickle effect. A lot of niggas lost their lives behind that.
Right,
It wasn't just on our side.
right.
It was on other sides too. So I ain't gonna get too deep on it, but it definitely was mistaken identity. You know, it was a situation I played off in Queens. I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but it was actually Mr. Cheek situation.
Okay.
Dig. So he got into a situation, long story short, something happened behind that. And then, you know, they slid back and tried to creep on, you know, cheeks, but they caught Ty, you know, they looked identical and shit like that.
Right, right.
You know, so from a distance, you might mistake each other. You might mistake them guys for each other. You know, so
Right.
it was definitely a mistaken identity. Yeah, they and them guys were so foul. They was looking for cheeks and they tried to take him out on his birthday and shit.
Yeah, man. They said that old dirty bastard was at the Sheridan by 150th that same day. I don't know
Yeah,
how
he
true
was
that
there.
was.
He was there at the event. Like he was actually at the event, the wedding or the reception after or whatever, because it
Yeah.
was a wedding or whatever they went to, whatever at the Sheraton Hotel and shit. But he was there, but he never held Freaky Ty in his arms, so that
Oh,
wasn't true. But he
okay.
was there though. He walked past, and I think he had said something, but he
Okay.
never held big on.
Now you a Southside legend, man. How do
Yeah,
you? How did? I'm pretty sure you older than me, but how do you remember the confrontation between the Lost Boys and LF? Do you remember that?
yeah,
Okay, how did
yeah,
it start?
yeah.
Because I got jumped by them niggas in Baisley, so
I can't tell.
you know what I'm
I
saying.
can't
I
tell.
want to know.
Yeah, I can't tell you how it started, but like I inherited this shit.
Okay, okay.
My, my big homies was doing what they was doing
Let me
before
get
I
my
stepped
charger.
on the
Go ahead,
scene.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Smurf. Go ahead.
My big homies is doing what they doing before I stepped on the scene. So like all my shit was inherited, bro. Like so it is what it is. We run, but back then we rumbled with everybody in Queens, my G. LF fam, Boondocks, niggas from Hollis, Laurelton, AOD. Like we rumbled with everybody. So it was just, we young, we brawling, giving it up. But yeah, we never took no L's though. I never took no L's.
As you shouldn't, man.
We scrap. When I'm saying like take a L, a nigga never knocked me out or, we go at it, we go at it. That's it. Black
Right,
eyes, busted lip. We brawlers, nigga. We warriors. That's what we do. But
right,
nigga
right,
never had me stretched out. Never hear them stories.
right, right.
But back then, that LF beef was inherited. So that's why our OGs from their high schools or whatever, from John Adams to August Morning, whatever they went through with them. And we the young niggas, so we gonna go through it with their young niggas. So
Right,
that shit was some inherited shit.
right, right. All right, so
Yeah, but one thing for sure, two things for certain, they all know me.
so they know you from the bricks then. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but before we even started busting our guns, it was the bat and chain era. Remember, we was on Jamaica Avenue. We
Right,
would
right,
rumble with everybody. 30 on 30, like rumble, bro.
right, right.
Rumbles like on Jamaica, like yeah, it was active.
Now we came from that era too, man. Remember those days,
Yeah,
man. I would definitely remember
man.
those days. A
We
lot of
held it down. I don't be wanting to toot my own horn, but niggas be telling me, yo, Smurf, talk your shit, cause you really that nigga. But
as you
they
should.
like they said you got too humble, but I said it's good. I got too humble, man. Them niggas know what it is, but we was active.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So now 50 and Banks and
yeah.
Yayo, they started from the mixtape era. But
Nah,
you go
nah,
farther
nah,
back.
nah.
Hold on, you go farther back.
Yeah, Banks wasn't even around before the mixtape era when we doing our thing.
Yeah.
Say like when it's Drama and Jugger, because I used to be with Drama and Jugger, and then me and Mikey doing Drama and Jugger.
Okay.
Freaky Tag artists, that's J&J Project. So that was, me and Mikey Dawn don't rap, so
Right, right,
we like the Pretty Little this shit. We the hustlers, we got the money and shit.
right.
But long story short, they always used to go at it with it was Marvelous first. That's Tony Yayo.
Okay.
My fans, BTB. Remember they had Rag to Riches.
Yep, yep.
And my boy Huey P was they hype man. He don't rap neither, but he was just the swag of this shit.
Right, right,
I'm original, so I could talk about that.
right,
Rag to Riches. Tony Yayo first group was with Fat Shy before he was Rough Hands.
right.
And Huey P was like hype man and shit. You go on Crown Fried Chicken, you see they pictures up on the shit, the Rag to Riches, so that we could take it back, nigga.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crown
Back
Fried
to
Chicken.
fades and butters cutters.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All that.
So, Yayo was already rapping. Banks wasn't even around those times. That's what I'm trying to show you.
Okay, okay.
Around those times. So, Yayo was already active before all Banks and shit.
Okay, so how did
Yeah.
the whole BTB rap group start though? From your perspective, do you remember that?
From my perspective, they got motivated from the law sports.
Okay.
Freaky Town, the block, he doing his thing, and they see it's possible.
Right.
Once you see it in your face, you like, nigga, we can make it happen. And
Right,
they
right.
did what they did and create their lane.
Right. Now let me
They
ask you.
definitely, they definitely created a lane for themselves too.
Absolutely.
Because you gotta remember, Fat Shaw was a fucking hustler. He sell crack 100 miles a minute. Yeah,
Absolutely.
you're a hustler. You know what I mean? These niggas had whips, jewels, bitches, everything before the rap shit.
That's a fact.
So,
Now a lot of people know Fat Shy as DJ Rough Hands, right?
now I know him as a get busy hustler nigga.
Right,
I don't know
right.
what, like, I know him personally.
Right.
Rest in peace to my fam. I don't even rest in peace to Fat Johnny.
Right.
That
Right.
nigga's
Right.
that nigga get money. That nigga stand on business, man. Rest in peace to a real
Rest in
nigga.
peace to Fat Shy, man. Rest in
Rest in
peace. That
peace
was
to a
definitely my
real
mentor, man.
nigga.
Made
No,
he made
he
a lot of
kept the
things
hood
possible for me.
motivated. While I'm out there shaking, that nigga out there shaking on the music shit. That's how we came
Right.
together. Cause remember, I get busy. I bust my gun. I get money. You know, I run
Right.
the route.
Right.
We frontline niggas. We love action. We love
Right.
everything frontline. You dig? But them niggas always embrace me and like, yo, Smurf, let's make it happen. Cause they know the energy I got. So I'm like, yo, fuck it. 134 All Stars, and that shit was already active in the hood. 134 All Stars is consist of like, because remember you got Lost Boy guys, you got the back block guys, you
Got hit
got
him up.
ATL
Don't forget hit
guys.
him up. You had hit him
Hit
up.
them up, yeah. My niggas from 40 and shit. Shout out to TL and shit, Victor Moan and them niggas and shit back then. You
Facts.
know what I mean? And then we had our Rochdale guys, so all I can like consist of 134 All Stars and shit.
Facts.
We
Facts.
just a whole bunch of real niggas together from the hood.
Do you got
Yeah.
any funny Fat Shy stories? You know Fat Shy was low key a comedian. Do you got any funny Fat Shy stories? Please tell me one.
I got mad funny Fat stuff.
See, a lot of people don't know who Fat Shy is, but you gotta give them the Fat Shy
I
story.
got too much, man. I can't give you no funny stories. Like I'm a serious nigga. He's just a real nigga. So
Right.
but he is a funny nigga though. But I got a lot of funny shit. I just don't want to talk about.
All right, so now
Shout
let me
out
ask
to
you.
Fat Shop, man.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Fat Shop, man. So, when you got, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Cause you know he used to throw all the bus rides and shit.
Yeah, the Bear Mountains, the Bear Mountain joints.
I think we had one of the great events this year. And shit. The
Okay.
whole squad did. My homegirl Talia, everybody out there from Flushing, everybody out there, right?
Yeah,
But I was with a shorty and shit, right?
yeah.
This shit is a funny story because she wound up catching the period and I'm macking with her the whole time. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So we had I think it's Dorney Park, not great events. So we had the water park and shit, you know what I mean? I don't even want to get it.
Nah, go ahead, man. Yo, you can say whatever you want on here,
So
son.
I wound up catching the period on the joint or whatever, right? So it was mad funny because I wound up curving the bitch after that, like, oh man, and left her, you heard?
Yeah.
So the whole bus ride home, the nigga Fat Shy was on me, nigga. You heard? So that was a hilarious moment because we had the whole bus cracking up, you heard?
Yo, man.
Shorty out there, man. You ain't have to do that, shit, you know, man. I think I had the whole bus cracking up.
Yo, Fat Shot, rest in peace, Fat Shot, though,
I
man.
thought it was a crazy experience because I was really stunting with Shorty like I'm lit.
Yeah.
She ain't know it was that time of the month. She just bleeding all over the place. We like, oh.
Hey,
man,
let me ask you. This is side note.
Hey, that's why I want to talk about that. That's some crazy shit.
This side note though, Bangham. You was dating Gloria Velez?
Gloria for last. Nah,
You had a video vixen from the In the Club video.
Yeah, we had a few, but they was from Mexico and shit. I had some bad bitches.
Okay. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, you know shit changed now. We had some bitches. We
All
did
right.
our thing.
All right, so listen. You got after your situation with G Unit, right? After your situation with G Unit, you got hooked up with Fredro Starr. How did you get linked up with Fredro Starr?
Domination was popping in the hood.
Mm.
He got the whole of Domination mixtape.
Mm.
He reached out to us, you know, we the young niggas in the hood. I already knew Fredro from back in the days and shit. He used to cut my hair and shit.
Okay.
Remember he used to work at New Tribe and shit on Jamaica Ave and shit. So, you know, he just got a whiff of Domination mixtape and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He loved it. He liked what we was doing. And he reached out and he wanted to fuck with us. He was like, yo, whatever I could do for you, I'm with it. And he wound up linking a deal with Koch and shit for us.
Okay. Now, around that time, you had started SBG.
Yeah.
I got press. I got press. They thought I was SBG.
Who pressed you, bro?
B Wise press me.
B Wise.
B Wise press. No, don't do it up here. Bang him. Don't do it up here. That's my nigga. Don't do that.
Listen, B Wise my nigga. That's why I hate you with the face like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He pressed me. He's like, bro, you G Unit or SBG. What? How did you start SBG? Like as a label, as a crew, as a group? Was it you had people from Queensbridge, Lakey the Kid was rocking with you? Like
Yeah, Lakey the
you
Kid.
had it, you
My
had it
nigga,
on Smash.
what's my nigga name? Iman Dog was
Emon
rocking.
Thug, yep, Emon Thug. Salute to the whole Queensbridge, 41st
Yeah.
side though. You heard?
Core Mega was
Core
rocking with
Mega,
me.
yeah, man.
Who else was Little Fame was
Little
rocking with
Fame,
me.
yeah.
The joints with them. Yeah, niggas was fun. Sibo, Yuck Mouth was fucking with
Yeah,
me.
man. Like you had it state to state. How did
Yeah.
you how did
Coast
you
to
get
coast.
how did you yeah, coast to coast. How did you get everybody on one accord?
Just the grind, the work ethic, man. Hard work
Absolutely.
speaks for itself, man. You gotta remember, nobody heard of Domination before. We was just dropping projects, mixtape, back to back to back, consistent and fire.
Right.
I got to deal with Domination between 2 to 4 months. I landed a label deal with him.
That was quick.
Yeah, because we grind. His work ethic is crazy. Domination is a dude that could touch every subject. He remind me of Tupac. He ain't limited. His vocabulary is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So it is domination that made this happen. His talent made this shit happen. And my grind and my
Absolutely.
network. Yeah, well, I
Now
can't take credit for this shit. His domination, his work ethic.
now let me ask you this, man.
Yeah.
Was it harder to get a record deal back then or now? What do you think in your opinion? As far as with the internet
Nah,
and everything.
back then it was harder because it's easy now. You could do it yourself. You got everything in front of you.
Right.
You could just set up a studio like I got my shit. You just sit and just go.
Right.
Drop your own shit and just upload. You just gotta, spend your money on your marketing and your promotion. But at the end of the day, this shit is more easier, nigga. We got everything hands reach. Just upload your music.
That's a
Pay for
fact.
your own marketing. Pay for your shit. Like
That's a
they
fact.
back then we had to rely on these labels. We ain't had all this technology.
Yeah,
We ain't had this
DJs.
access to the whole world in one spot. You know what I'm saying? We jump on the net, everybody in the whole world in one spot.
Right.
We ain't had access to that. So we really had to hit the streets and really grind state to state, coast to coast, really hit the field.
Right.
Now niggas can stay in their crib and just upload songs. My generation, when we doing songs with the artists, we was there physically with the artists.
Right. Right.
This generation, they just sending their vocals.
Right.
They not even there vibing or getting a good vibe to create a hit. That's why we don't got that many hits no more. If you ever wonder, people want to know why hip hop ain't selling that much this year or this go around because the vibe ain't there no more. The chemistry ain't there. Me as an artist, right? The best way for the chemistry to come out when we together, when we vibing together, that's when we gonna make hits. All right, I lay something on the track. You lay your shit. You send it to me. I record. Ain't no vibe in that. You see what I'm trying to get
Right.
at?
Right. Right.
Yeah, ain't no chemistry no more. That's why the
So
game is always gonna fit up.
you think the record labels is dropping the ball? Because I want to segue into what I want to ask you.
Yeah, the record labels, them niggas on some 360 shit. They robbing you all the way around the board. So they got smart. They got wise. They see how technology changed. So the new deals they give artists is 360 deal. And you know what a 360 is, right? A
Yeah.
full circle, right?
Yep.
So that means everybody get paid before the artists get paid.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and they getting your merchandise. They getting percentage of your show money. Yeah, they shit like that. And that was never in our generation. Because that's how the artists eat. We eat from our merch. We eat from our shows. Now these labels is getting percentage and everything because of them 360 deals. Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you this. You guys were signed. You and Domination signed a deal to Koch Records, right?
Catching the
Which is
yeah.
basically E1 today, right?
E1 Music.
Do
Shout
you-
out to Alan Grunblack.
Shout out to Alan Grumblack. Do you
Unheard
think?
of, never heard before. Domination had no track record of selling units.
Now, let me
Never
ask
on
you.
never on the sound scan.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you. Do you think they did a good job promoting y'all album?
No, no. But I'm not mad at them because remember, I was the backbone.
Right.
Why cops respected me so much and gave me the deal because I created everything. I made everything happen. Like I'm a grinder, nigga. I'm a shaker. I'm pulling up to wherever you at, wherever radio station you at, wherever you at, we pulling up, nigga.
Right.
You dig? Like I was that guy, so we was grinding. Like my presence is what made domination so special and the business so special.
Right.
Because I got brains, so I'm very educated too. I know the game, and I know what I want. You can't tell me what you're giving me. I got to tell you what I want.
Right.
I asked Alan to tell you that.
Right.
So I wound up getting a 60-40 split with Koch, and they, because of my grind, so they wasn't used to helping me out promotion and marketing wise. They used to know I just give Smurf the green light. He do whatever he do, and he gonna get it popping. So when I was removed from the situation, they was confused because they don't know how I did what I did.
Right.
To this day, I still don't know how I did what I did, but
Right.
they was confused.
Right.
That's why I'm not mad at Allen and them, because they not guys in the field. They A&Rs in the field.
But they dropped the ball with y'all though. They dropped the ball with that album, man.
Nah, they let the album drop. The album did numbers, nigga, with no promotion.
How many sales y'all did?
We did numbers, nigga.
Smurf said we did numbers. That's all that matters. We did numbers. Did you recoup? Did you recoup?
We did more than recoup. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
My money was my money.
Because I felt like they dropped the ball with y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
The money they gave me in domination was non-recoupable, so I ain't even have to make no money.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. Okay.
They gave us. I told you I know how to negotiate shit.
Right.
And the only reason they dropped the ball, they definitely did drop the ball. I'm not going to deny that, because the brains wasn't there. They don't know how to work a domination in me, and I'm not there. What they would have did. We got hella beef. Ain't nobody fucking with us. You know what I mean?
How did you get around being blackballed? How did y'all get around being blackballed? Because at one point in time, no DJs was rocking with y'all.
My work ethic and my gangster, nigga.
That's respect.
When I pull up, nigga. I'm telling you, back then was gangster shit. Nigga. You gotta be gangster, nigga. You pull up, nigga. Like literally, pull up, nigga.
Facts.
You gonna play my shit, else you can't leave this radio station. We gonna be right here.
Make it hot
so
for
your
them.
shift is over.
Now I noticed y'all had Corrupt. Corrupt on the album. How'd y'all link up with Corrupt from the Dog Pound? How'd that happen?
Sugar and shit.
What? Wait, y'all was rocking with Suge?
Yeah, because remember.
Wait a minute. Bang. How did this happen, bro? What? I never heard this before.
Suge wanted to sign us.
What?
Domination. Yeah, he wanted a joint venture. Because see, I got to deal with Koch. Remember, he had Allen under the wing at the time. That's when he changed his company to the Road.
Yeah.
Dropping all the projects and all his project, Crooked Owl, all them projects under his shit, you up? So he was like, yo, Allen, tell Smurf I want to do that joint venture. It could be DeRosa, Gangster Flip Records, because that was the name of the company.
Right.
And Koch Entertainment. But I declined that and shit. But we still wind up working with each other and shit.
Do you think the career would have been different if you would have signed to Death Row?
Yeah, plus I'm a cocky nigga too, nigga. Back then, nigga, I don't need no help. I do this shit myself.
Right.
I was real cocky back then, bro.
Man.
Like when it come to business and handling business.
Right.
I ain't talking about as a character or a person.
Right.
When it comes to business, I know what I'm for. I know what I'm about. Remember, I just been with Eminem and Dr. Dre. I seen how 50 maneuver in the meetings and call for what he wants. So you couldn't fuck me over on nothing. I'm calling for what I want. And plus, we got the talent that speak for itself.
Right. Now, how did that land speed deal come about? How did that come about? I always wanted to know this. Like, how did that come about, bro?
50 was the hottest nigga in the game. Everybody wanted a piece of him.
Yeah.
So, we had to generate money. He was now coming back. He had a bunch of old release songs and shit he did. So he was like, yo, we gonna generate some money. He gave me a piece of the company, and we did the Guess Who's Back CD, and that shit fucking bubbled like wildfire.
Man.
That was just to generate money because he was coming back. Remember, he had just got shot up. Columbia dropped him, fresh back on the scene. It made sense. Guess Who's Back? All kind of fire shit with Nas, all of them. Plus the G-Unit mixtapes to follow up in the streets. It made sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and he appreciate the work I was putting in for the hood.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So now I want to get into that a little bit, right? So you see, I'm pretty much affiliated with everybody. You know what I'm saying, from the hood and shit.
Shout out to you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad I really tapped in with you.
Absolutely, man. And we gonna chop it up more and stuff, man. How do you feel about Banks and him separating away from 50? How do you feel about that? Your opinion. You don't
I,
have to say too much, but you know what I'm saying?
I really don't like it because I expect them guys to be together for
Right,
be together forever. You know that kind of way. Like we all from the hood.
right.
We all supposed to be getting money together forever. It shouldn't. We shouldn't let money get in between us or business get in between family
That's a
because
fact.
it's too much money for everybody.
That's a fact, man. That's a
You know what
fact.
I mean? And at the end of the day, too, I could understand the answer where he coming from because remember he a man now, so there's certain decisions he want to make on his own that he feel 50 mightn't approve of. So that's where shit might clash because once you're a man, you gonna want to make your own move.
That's a
You ain't gonna
fact.
worry about. You don't gotta worry about damn. If I make this move, this nigga gonna get mad or he might not approve it or I gotta run it by him first. So sometimes you outgrow each other too, but it's still supposed to be love.
That's a fact, man. So now let me ask you this, man. You out in Trinidad, like I asked you
Yeah.
before. Do you plan on how is it out there as far as with you? Like I know you living like a king. Everybody just you know what I'm saying. Everybody know you bang 'em Smurf, man.
I'm
Like
cool.
you know what I'm saying. Bang 'em
I'm
Smurf.
cool. I'm cool.
Do you plan on coming back? Do you plan on coming back?
Yeah, I got my shit in the works now. That's why
Okay,
I'm so
okay,
humble.
okay,
Yeah, we
okay.
got
Like I
that
was
in the
telling you.
works. Yeah, we popping up.
Okay,
2024.
okay,
This year.
okay. Now,
Facto.
now, let me ask you this. Rick Ross said publicly,
Yeah.
he
Shout out to
said,
Rick Ross.
he said publicly that you was Maybach music for life.
For
When was the
life.
last time you spoke to this man, though?
To keep it real,
Yeah, you got
I
to.
ain't, I ain't speak to Ross in years.
What?
Yeah.
So do you still consider yourself Maybach music?
I'm feed the wolves.
It was all right. So there you have it.
That's what my name is registered on.
Right,
My
right,
company, the wolves.
right,
BHPH, Black or Purple, Maybach Music. That's his shit.
right,
You know what I mean? But it's love forever. Like, cause I'm a type of guy like you show me love, I'm always appreciated. It's the small things that count to me.
right, right.
End of the day, I used to deal with an artist from the hood. Dice.
Yeah, I know Dice. Yep, me and Dice used to
So,
rap together and all that.
so I put him in a situation with Ross, but he
Okay,
fumbled the bag. Things ain't worked out, so I can't get mad at Ross for things not working out.
right.
Cause that's the situation I asked for. Like, yo, I don't need no money or nothing from you. I got a little homie in the hood that's popping right now. Shake with him, and he did his part. Okay, he jumped on features with him, had him on that they mixtape, the all sand, all white sand shit with them. Like
Yeah,
he did his shit, had him in the crate. He did what he was supposed to do. Dice wound up getting caught up in the situation. Shit ain't work out, and he can't go. So I can't get mad at Rose. Shout out to fucking Rose.
D-
But I'm a type of guy. I do me. I don't look for handouts from these entertainers. I'm a hustler. My niggas, my support system, gonna make sure I'm cool. I don't
right,
need no rapper to make sure I'm good.
right,
But
right,
I appreciate what he did for a nigga.
right.
That's why I never trip on a nigga. And he had me on his album, Deeper Than Rap. You dig? I was in Cold Blood at the end.
Okay,
You
okay.
dig? So it went gold, so I ain't tripping.
Right, right, right. Okay, so let me see.
Shout out to whole Maybach Music. Though.
Shout out to
me.
shout out to Maybach
Shout out to
music.
me.
I ain't gonna lie. I just
Make
want to
what
know.
up? Yo, Make, you ain't been to Trinidad yet. Nigga, pull up. Nigga.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. They don't still tap in with you. That's crazy. Are you
Nah,
legally obligated to them though?
what do you mean, league? Nah, I ain't obligated.
You
to
didn't
nothing
sign
but
no
feed the
paperwork.
wolves.
What about
Nah,
Dice? Is he signed still?
nah. Dice ain't with that. They let him do his shit. He got a referral.
Oh, okay. He got a pink slip, man.
Yeah, they let him do what he had to do.
Okay, okay, okay. We ain't gonna get on Dice. That's hood politics.
Shout out to Dice. I got no velocity.
No, you did air him out though, Bangum. You did air him out though, Bangum.
Me? How
You
I
did,
air
yes,
him
you
out?
did, you did, you did. We're
That's
not
my
gonna go.
little man.
We're not gonna go publicly in what you said on my platform. But
if
you
anything-
you did him wrong, man. You did him wrong, man. That's your little homie, man.
Nah, not once you turn over. You ain't my little homie once
I
you
mean,
turn
well,
over.
yeah, but yeah.
What I stand on is what I stand on. You could be my son, bro. Once you turn, bro, death before dishonor.
I
nigga.
know, I
came up-
know.
I came up under mafia rules and mafia guidelines and mafia structure, my nigga. Once you fold, you gotta go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's life.
It could be mommy, it could be sister, could be the kid. Like once we know what we signed up for. That's why I'm chilling. At
I
this
got a
shit
good
too
question.
cool.
I got a good question to
Not
ask you.
everybody got the morals and principles and built for this shit.
Now, let me ask you this, Bingham. If 6ix9ine asked you to do a feature for 5 million, would you do it?
Why not?
But that you contradicted yourself though.
I can never
You
contradict
that you
myself.
did because you just said if you turn over, you done. But you will work with that guy.
That's business, nigga.
That's business too.
I'm not doing no crime with him. He don't know nothing I did in life. If you tell me drop a 16 and I mail it to you for 5
Nah, I don't know. I mean,
my nigga, we talking about niggas that know
yeah,
what I put in.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
Shit I did, no criminal. They know too
Right.
much about a nigga to turn over. That nigga don't know nothing about me. I'm just saying for 5 million for a feature, what?
for a feature, and you gotta shout him out on a song. What if he make a song saying "I love rats," and you gotta shout him out on the song? Your reputation is on the line, Bingham. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't do a song with the nigga then, nigga. But you talking about
Why not? Why not? For 5 million, you're gonna do it.
I'll be a liar to say if I won't take
You're gonna do it for 5 million. You're gonna do it for 5 million.
not
Nigga.
the all right shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna do it for 5 million, nigga. You gonna do it.
he gotta change. It can't be. It gotta be something for the youths or something. Cause you know I do a lot of shit for the youth.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
gotta be something.
I'm gonna get into that too. I'm gonna get into that
That
too.
way you forgive yourself and I'm sorry. You don't want to end up like me. Yeah, I could promote that.
Yo, you remember the fuck Giuliani shirts?
You know, yeah, of course, nigga. I'm from that era.
I bet. We gonna get into that too.
Yeah, this with them fucking fuck Giuliani, fuck Pataki, fuck all them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what you think about what's going on? Do you still follow the news that go on in the States? What you think about what's going on out here, man?
Man, shit crazy, man. It's fucked up everywhere, though. It's not even just America. Everywhere is going through the recession, the mental breakdown, the energy shift. The whole world going through that.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's kind of crazy now that I look at it.
Twisted right now because we actually get into the new world order. They're already about it.
Talk about it. Talk. That's what
Yeah.
that's what my channel's based on.
Yeah, destroy and rebuild. That's the only way you could create something new. You got to destroy to rebuild. So you see what's going on. Everybody coming back for their old territories that they claiming. So
Yeah.
you got to destroy to rebuild and shit. So that's what it's coming to.
It's funny though because I brought up the fuck Giuliani shirts, right? And I was very young at that time, but I remember they was locking niggas up for nickel bags of weed. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So now it's so funny that our president Joe Biden is now releasing shit.
Guys is getting reversals now.
Right. So it's kind of crazy.
No, it ain't really kind of crazy. It's business.
Why you say that though?
Because they getting money off the weed now. They wasn't getting money off the weed before.
Well, yeah, it
So
wasn't
now
taxed.
it's all legal. All this shit is legal for them now.
Yeah.
They generating money off the weed now. So now weed is cool. Once they get in the piece of the pie.
But don't you think that screwed us over as black people though? Because we
they abused us all these years. Now they telling us weed is cool. Before it's oh my God, now it's cool.
You got niggas
because now they said it's cool. It's cool.
You got niggas walking around with felonies from just selling an ounce of weed.
Weed.
You know what I'm saying?
They were business. They wasn't eating off of it. They wasn't getting taxed off of it back then.
Yeah.
Now they tax. They got their own shit. When you go to the medication shit, the vending machine, that's government owned. They eating now, so it's legal. It's cool.
That's crazy.
Only when they say it's cool, bro.
That's crazy though, man. That's crazy.
That's life. Them
Man.
boys call all the shots, man. We just the puppets and the pawns out this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. So now let me ask you this, man. What advice could you give? Now I got a lot of Caribbean people. Shout out to all my Jamaicans, man. All my Trinidadians,
Shout out to
man.
all the Caribbean the
Yeah, man.
Jamaicans,
My Haitians, man.
the
Everybody.
Haitians, Dominican
Word.
Republic, Guyanese, St. Vincent. Who else
Facts.
forget, man?
Facts. Facts.
Everybody, man.
Facts.
Grenada, everybody, man.
Facts.
Everybody, man. St. Lucia, St. Kitts,
Facts.
Barbados, everybody, man.
How now?
Shout out to
How's
all
the
Caribbean.
how's the music scene out there as far as with the music? Do you have any artists that
Yeah, I work with a lot of artists out here, but like since I had
okay,
my son going on 3, I kind of like fell back and just gave him like all the time in the world. Like
right,
if you ever noticed, since
yeah,
Corona started, I've been off the scene. I was low key. I fell back for like 2, 3 years.
yeah,
It's this year itself, 2023. I started bouncing back, coming back on the scene heavy,
right,
heavy. You know,
right.
that's when you're a solid nigga. When you could just fall back and come back whenever you want. You
That's a
heard? But
fact.
he took time out for my son, so.
That's a
But
fact, man.
we got the artists out here. Trinidad running the world right now.
Okay.
The Caribbean. We the Mecca of the Caribbean. If you're not know about our genre of music, that's a Trini bad movement we got going on, taking over the whole Caribbean. We got artists like Prince Swanee, rest in peace Rebel 6, rest in peace K Lion, K Man 6, Boy. Like we got some talent out here in Trinidad that's dominating the charts and all that right now. Shout out to that Byron Messiah dude. He signed a Trinidad label,
Okay,
Z-Tech, and he had the #1 single in the world, all in America. You know what I mean?
okay,
Say
okay.
about from which part? You gotta know that song. That shit was popping.
I
All in
don't
America.
remember it. I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He got the single with Chris Brown right now too.
Okay,
Google that,
okay.
man. I'm putting you on this shit right now.
Yeah, you
Caribbean
definitely
shit,
are.
man.
You definitely are. You definitely are.
Yeah, so Trinidad definitely got a solid movement going on in the Caribbean right now.
Okay, okay. Do you have any advice to give any up and coming Trinidadian artists how to get heard?
Not even up and coming Trinidad artists. Every artist
Okay.
worldwide, because it's a fight down for everybody trying to come up in the game now. That don't really got no buzz or no YouTube followers or no Instagram followers, and that's why I'm upset at the industry and these record execs. They don't do their job. They'll jump on 9 and see how much followers a nigga got or what a nigga got, not knowing the nigga could have bought that shit, but they so stupid. They just looking at views and hypes and like,
Right.
and they looking past the real talent. And that's why I say I got a problem with these executives. These go around. They don't create artists no more. They don't develop artists no more. They just look for any nigga popping viral and say, all right, let's take a shot with him and let him go. That's why most of them fail, because they don't really got no talent. That's the problem I got with this industry. They don't create talent no more. They
Yeah.
don't develop talent no more. They just look to see if you popping. If you popping, all right, let me see what we could do with him. You dig? And you could be the hottest nigga in the world, most talented. Well, he don't really got no followers and nobody knows him. That's your fucking job as an executive to get him popping, nigga. These niggas ain't doing their job no more, bro. So
You ain't lying.
I get passionate because I feel for a lot of these youths coming up. In my generation, you had AR.
Oh. 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 We gonna do part 2.